Hi, everyone. So, we are back with Colonel Sanders. This is part two of our I Love You, Colonel Sanders story. So, last time we left off with we just had the lunchtime competition with Ashley, and we hurt our hand in the mixer because we were trying to force it and go too fast. And Ashley served her dessert, which was a milky white, creamy mound of white chocolate with a dessert inside, and Colonel Sanders was pouring his hot chocolate with a steady hand and then taking a feed of that very, very hot chocolate. Yeah, it was getting a little steamy. So we went outside because we were so pissed off. So we went outside and he came out to comfort us. And then all of a sudden, there is a shadowy presence. And that's where we left off, where the shadowy presence came back. And we're assuming it's a spork monster, so let's find out. And of course, when I ended it, it popped up right here, and it says, "Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst." It's the spork monster. Of course. How can he come back? I thought we finished him. Gorko, the spork monster, is here to fight a hero. Must be me. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. Right? That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Oh, God. If we have to do another turn-based sequence, it's going to be interesting. Are you stronger than Borko? Oh, let's hope not. Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He is already on the same page as you. Colonel Sanders and I, same wavelength. Get it. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think that you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Queen is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I mean, that is true. I suppose we don't really need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat. Don't we all? I do. I love to eat. Of course I do. Inspiration strikes, and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this! You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth, and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it! You were human once? Well, no, I was a Chihuahua. But I was still a student at this school. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. Gorko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. I think we know where that book is. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Queen, together, I am sure we can defeat them. Oh, Colonel Sanders, do anything. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. Ooh, he's asking her back to his place. Hell yeah! A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. But it sounds like you're about to find out. Yes, we are. You guys ready for this? I am. Look at him. He looks so excited. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Oh, yes, I do. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. I'm ready for this adventure. Are you guys? God, I hope so. This is going to be amazing. If what I think is going to happen actually happens, this is going to be amazing. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Who can be hungry at a time like this, Colonel Sanders? Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Close, you guys. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. Come over here. Yep. Sanders. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Both, perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. We do. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? No, we could reveal it. We could. But think about this. Sometimes it's good to have just a little mystery, so we're going to keep it a secret. Sorry. Actually, I've said too much. Please, forget I ever said anything. You can practically hear Colonel Sanders' heart beating in his chest. He tries to act demure, but his facade begins to crack. Ooh, he's sweating. Made him crack. I can appreciate a good secret, of course. In fact, I've got many. Nearly a dozen in my fried chicken recipe alone. Yeah, that's right, Colonel, you do. But I would hope that you can learn to trust me with yours. Am I missing something here? So, he's not going to tell us his secrets. But he expects us to tell him his? Hell no. Mm-mm. The real queen would say hell no. Well, of course she's going to tell. Well, I suppose you did share a secret a secret ingredient with me yesterday. So it'd only be fair. Fake queen, you're killing me here. Colonel Sanders' face grows serious. Yes. About that. You see... Yes, Colonel. I haven't been completely honest with you. Oh no. Oh no. The secret I told you was a fake. Plot twist! He faked us out. Oh no. The ingredient you shared with Miriam, it wasn't true? Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but I clearly remember. We did not tell Miriam. So, you know, this story, a little off. We did not tell her. So, let's just remember as he is pretending like we told her, we kept the secret. We did. You're angry with Colonel Sanders for lying. But the fact that you revealed his secret shows that he was probably right to do so. No, he was not right. Because we didn't do it. We did not do it. You mean I wasn't? Oh, God. It's late, you guys, so it's like 12:30, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So if I am messing up on the words, it's because I am exhausted. So please excuse me. Don't think that I'm dumb. I do know how to read. And don't put in the comments, oh my God, can you even read? Yes, I can read, okay? You mean it wasn't one of the real 11 secret herbs and spices? You see, we had only just met, and I had to make sure that you were trustworthy and capable of keeping my most important secret. To me, my recipes are priceless. Apparently, we are not as priceless to him as his recipe. Well, I have something to confess. That secret ingredient you told me, I shared it with Miriam, my bestie. We didn't. We didn't. So, creators of this game, you messed up. You done messed up. Unfortunately, I already knew this. I was very disappointed. But now that you've come clean, we can start building our relationship as fellow chefs again. Okay, so wait a minute. He invites us over to his house, knowing that we supposedly shared his secret ingredient? He was trying to trap us, and I don't like that. I really don't like that. He's playing games with us, you guys. Colonel Sanders, what am I going to do with you? I have a huge crush on you right now. You're killing it. You're killing it. I promise to be honest from here on out. I really do. I'm counting on you. Starting to get on my nerves, you guys. Then, in that case, I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders's Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together, you chow down on the slaw till just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. Ooh, he wants to think back on this moment. I mean, who am I to say no? You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. How comfortable should we get, Colonel Sanders? Oh, I don't know. He's kind of bugging me, but now he wants us to be comfortable. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Okay. She's gonna get caught. Queen, you're gonna get caught. Don't snoop around. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Okay. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Excellent. I guess we're going to start with this chicken. you notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it's not just realistic, it's real. Ugh. Taxidermy? Oh, taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. Ugh. No. Having taxidermied animals around your house, not too decorative, I have to say. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." I wonder if it really is the state bird of Kentucky. If you know, put it down in the comments, because now I feel like I need to know. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Oh, we're still doing the same thing. Okay, I don't need to read that every time. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of Student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? Savage! Queen is savage. I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? I mean, yeah, Colonel Sanders told us to get comfortable. We're trying to get comfortable by snooping around. You open the window a crack, and the ghost of Student is swept out with a breeze. Bye-bye. I didn't say it that time, you guys. I almost did, but I didn't. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Okay, that kind of grosses me out, I'm not gonna lie. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. Kind of weird. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of '69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's beep. Yeah, see, tell you guys, it's hidden for a reason. It's a secret. That door behind us just opened, but I'm gonna finish looking at everything else first. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. Are you guys seeing the same picture I am? Because there's no fried chicken drumsticks in there, or am I missing them? Because I don't see them in the picture. Do you guys see them? Where is it? I don't even know. It's... Ah! There. There! I found it. Sorry. I don't see the drumsticks. But whatever. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. I mean, this is just a guess, but I'm assuming it's his friend Pete. I could be wrong. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Okay, so why are we seeing pictures of him when he's old? Are these not him? Are they his grandpa? I don't know. I'm confused right now. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. Didn't he say that he was born handsome? Because I'm not seeing it in this picture. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Not handsome. Sorry, kid. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Is that wrong? Yeah, I've never done that, you guys. Never. Maybe I have. Okay, just move on. Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? I would probably. I got you, Colonel Sanders. I got you. You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. So, with his crisp white suits and his put together persona, I'm kind of not believing the dust. Unless it's ash from inside that has come out. If so, that might be kind of gross. God. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Okay. Thank God it's not like a past family member in there, because it would be gross. Poor guy. That is a little pathetic, I have to say. Colonel Sanders. I'm sorry. Just a moment. Sorry. Oh. That was an emotional urn. Is that a... Kind of looks like a safe. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. Ooh. It might be. Okay. You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. Okay, it hasn't dawned on me in real life, so the game knows. As soon as you turn the dial to 11, 11, 11, duh, makes sense. The safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Oh, is this it? Are we gonna find out? Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? No, Colonel. It can't. No. Okay. We're going to the open door. What's behind this open door? Sanders in there? Is he all comfortable waiting for us? Okay. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, Colonel Sanders. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet. Oh, God, we're in his closet. And find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. Jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Yes, Queen, it is. That is exactly what. You know, this is too real. Because how many people out there have done this? I have done this multiple times. You grab a hoodie from the guy that you're dating, and it just smells like him. Does this jacket smell like fried chicken? Does Colonel Sanders smell like fried chicken? I think he does. And, I mean, if his jacket smells like it, she's loving this right now. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. Yes, I'm getting hungry, so this is a perfect timing. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. Oh God, we're still wearing the jacket. Oh, I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Hell yes, Colonel. You look good on me, baby. Okay, moving on. Oh crap! The jacket! You forgot to take it off! Okay, so you decide that now is your moment and make a big move. Girl, he doesn't seem like completely receptive yet. I don't think we're ready to go there. You tell him you're cold. I mean, I like that. That's what I would say. Or you fess up and tell the truth. I'm going to tell him I'm cold because that would make sense, right? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Well, he's going to warm us up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. Oh. Are we going to be warming ourselves by the fire? I'm loving this. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? I'm coming, Colonel! Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Girl, you're in his house, you're wearing his jacket, you're eating his food, and it's moving too fast? Oh, good God. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I mean, she's kind of right. You're at his house, girlfriend. I should be home studying. Studying you. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. Okay, the real queen would not be doing this. I just want you all to know that. I would not be doing this. I would not run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. I mean, look at him. He looks emotionally distraught. Colonel? Yes, Queen. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. Okay. I guess we're taking things slow. Talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! She sleep next to him. Okay. So, are we dreaming about Colonel Sanders? Are we dreaming about our final day in class? I mean, honestly, I think that we're doing both. I mean, we're dreaming about Colonel Sanders cooking with us in our final day of class. That's what we're dreaming about. Oh, we're dreaming about everything, even the ghost of student who we don't even know. Okay. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Well, you're going to be doing the walk of shame to class. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. I mean, honestly, I don't think we did. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. That's true. You think about the new ingredient you just learned about. Beep! In some jurisdictions, beep isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. So did he stay with us, like by the fire on the couch, or did he like leave us there alone? Because, you know, that wasn't really talked about. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Please, let it be French toast, because, I mean, honestly, I want some fucking French toast. Am I right? French toast. Or pancakes. I mean, I'll take pancakes too. Pancakes. French toast. If it's fried chicken, Colonel, you're fired. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. It's fried chicken. Of course it's fried chicken! I mean, those biscuits, those buttered biscuits, bad, but does this dish look a little phallic to anyone else? Or is that just me? I digress. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? Not really. How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Oh, I mean, it's not French toast, but I mean, it was a little phallic-y, so. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? So, do we take him down a peg or do we flatter him? Now, this Colonel Sanders does not seem like he would take well to having somebody criticize him. I mean, he thinks he is like top dog here, so let's just feed his ego a little bit. We're gonna flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. I mean, he clearly has 2 tears in his eye, but we'll move on. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. That business partner could be. Just letting you know, Colonel, I just graduated from college. And I graduated in business. Right here. Queen can run your business. The right business partner is right here. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. No, girl, stop it. Stop it. This is not quickly. Got this. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. Okay, so, she seems pretty set on running away. Running? I don't know about that. You don't run. I don't run. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night! I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. What a good friend, but... Colonel Sanders! It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. You know, I've got important news too here, Miriam. Sure, but... you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. How did he ask? Because he speaks robot, right? I mean, right? Of course, I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. Neither is Queen, apparently. the real queen is. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends. But things quickly spiraled out of control. The robot took you skydiving? I mean, makes sense to me. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. Okay, she's being a little dramatic for the whole I slept on the couch thing. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection? Wowzers! I wouldn't say wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. I mean, that's kind of what we're planning on doing. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. I mean, after a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. Over a guy? But nothing even happened with him, Queen! When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. God. Some of these lines, a lot of these lines are really bad, you guys. It's so bad, it's good. Hashtag bad is good. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. Oh, really, Van Van? Are you the biggest? There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Queen, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. No, Van Van, I did not suggest that. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. Queen is sticking up for herself. Girl, I like it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Oh, the pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. And Van, not. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Queen, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. I bet you think so, Colonel. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? Ooh! He is sweating! It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Queen. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Ooh, he is sticking up for her? Oh. Okay, this is what happens when you spend the night on the couch, girl. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. Ashley! Ashley's after your mate. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. Oh, we're losing our man to Ashley. God damn. See you inside, Queen. Oh. This is killing me right now. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. That's trouble. Whoa! That's that book! It looks like bad news! Miriam, you are right. I thought we went our separate ways, but you came back in at the perfect time. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I mean, right? I mean, who would decorate a book if it's not even magical? Miriam. So wise. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use the spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic! Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Do we cast the forbidden spell? Or don't do it after all? So you guys, I feel like if we cast the forbidden spell, something bad is going to happen and the game's going to end, and I'm going to have to go back and do this all over again. And I feel like I'm kind of a goody two-shoes in the game. And my goody two-shoes would not do it, so we're not doing it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack? Or dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. So it's the final day of class, you guys. If we give him a snack, he could be fine, right? If we just watch and wait, something bad's gonna happen. He's gonna like keel over in front of us and we're not gonna get our diploma. So we're gonna reach for some old homework. You reach into your backpack and grab some homework from last semester that you forgot to turn in. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded homework. My, queen, were you studying something with cinnamon? Maybe. I have been sitting in on a lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful. I mean, can I go to that lecture series for cake eating? Sounds good to me. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Queen, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Oh, Miriam. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane, strapped to a stranger? Guys, no woman wants to do that. That's not a good first date, just letting you know. Unless you guys have already discussed it and you both want to do it. Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. So, I mean, it's possible that he's not arguing. Okay, Clank. He's worrying. Is whir a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, he looks kind of mad, so I'm thinking whir is not a good thing. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Ugh, annoying. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Ugh, a triangle? Obviously, Miriam is the third wheel, or the fourth? Would it be the fourth wheel? Because there's two couples. I don't know, but she's clearly out of place in this date. Triangles are the strongest shape. Don't you know? Okay, look at his face. He's feeling pretty bad right now. He realizes he fucked up. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. She's right. I mean, he's beeping and whirring. He's whirring again. And the whir... Ooh, look at that face. That's not a good whir. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. I mean, that's kind of dramatic, Miriam. Oh, sad beep. He's crying. Oh, Miriam, you made him cry. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep, bzzzt. Oh no. Clank's fallen apart. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. I mean, some girls are just like that. You know, it just is not going to taste good. It's good. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Of course, that's what I was talking about, right? That's what you guys assume too, correct? Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep friend footwear, I guess it looks okay. Okay, I think that says deep friend. Oh. That says deep friend, right? Friend? Not fried. It should say fried, I'm assuming. Okay, in terms of deep fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. I mean, I've never seen a deep fried shoe before, but I mean, you're probably right. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. I wouldn't pretend. I saw it. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. I mean, everybody breaks up on the last day of school. You gotta be free for summer. Well, that was unfortunate. Yes, it was. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay! I'm so mad I could squash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. That's pretty mad. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? I mean, you were fighting back, so you're kind of at fault as well. Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. He's actually not a boy, he's a robot, right? I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Success City? I mean, look at her little face. Of course she's gonna be successful. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not! Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest in you. I mean, someone. It's okay. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. Love it up? I'm sorry. I would never say. While you're pep talking Miriam, You completely missed lunch. I'm hungry too. I can hear my stomach growling. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Queen's famous chicken pot pie. That sounds good. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Queen, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Guys, I can almost smell it right now. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry. But the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires. But that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all, or fess up about your practice dish. Okay, so if we ignore it, I can guarantee you it's going to start burning, and then there's going to be a fire. So we're just going to fess up because we told him that we were going to be honest with him, so we're fessing up. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. Okay. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly I almost said suspicious. And then I started thinking, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. And you know what? My mind just, it totally went there. I was back watching Parks and Rec, so I'm going to start this one over. And if you guys see this, just know that I do not edit. I'm leaving that in because sometimes your mind just wanders. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. I'm still thinking about the song. Are you guys thinking about the song now? Suspicious. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. All butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. I'm gonna pull it out. The moment of truth! Wow! Oh, sorry, that was Colonel Sanders. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. Eat my pie all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin! Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. No rules. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts out at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster. Baster Blaster. Oh, Miriam. Best friend Baster Blaster. Okay. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. I knew he was a roider. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait. When did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. Oh, Ashley. Van Van, we mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. And Clank, self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Do we cast a spell, or do it the hard way? I am not stooping to Van Van and Ashley's level. We're doing it the hard way, people. Not hard? Shouldn't be. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Yes, I am. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Queen. Yay. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Queen, since we were little kids, 'cause I'm your best friend forever. I guess that the two going their separate ways, back together again. Friends forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Okay. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. don't put the spices in with the noodles.
Aha!
It's a secret ingredient! The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. Well, oh God, it's a spork monster again. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty all right. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition? I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it. Sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in Monster School that I had fallen asleep during Scare Tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. That's my parental glare. I don't think it doesn't translate well unless you're like in person, but whatever. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck. Thanks, Steve. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. So, are we going to summon extra power from deep within ourselves? Or give up and drop out of culinary school? Okay, so obviously giving up and dropping out of culinary school, not an option at this point. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Yes. Yes, Queen. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. Getting a little hot in here. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Queen, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground as energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. Wow, that happened, you guys. But don't worry, dear Queen. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Wonder what's going to happen. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. Oh, nice. Thanks, Colonel Sanders. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. Yes, we have, Colonel. That's correct. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. Colonel, I'm here to help. It's gonna help us, guys. Help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But, Colonel Sanders, what about the tests? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. Sweet. What a guy! Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders ever laid your eyes on. This actually sounds good. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students! With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee! I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Just the thought of his underwear. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess. Did Van Van have something to do with this? Of course, Van Van. When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad! Okay, so, you guys, a salad wedge, a wedgie. I mean, Pop was he was kind of on the right track. I mean, a wedge of salad, wedgie. Sorry, Pop. Okay, so, Sprinkle says, it looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs! May I be excused? Oh, Pop. I worry about your future. Sprinkle says, sure. I mean, what else are you going to do with him? You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCS AL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Pranks? Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia? I have no idea what that word is, you guys. So, just skip over it, okay? but there's none. Sprinkles says somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. I want to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny nuratamaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef! Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Ow! I can't believe I just read that, you guys. It's just the tip, though. It's okay. Just the tip. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Sprinkles. Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Queen, for helping me to believe in myself. Van Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell, topped with caviar. Sprinkles says, did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? I thought that urchin poisonous. Yes, Sprinkles, I did. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first. But he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. I keep poking my tongue. Disqualified. Dude, I think I just spit on my mic. Okay, yeah, sorry. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Queen is so sassy. Listen to her. Dejected. Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified? For glamour? Don't discount simplicity. Hopefully he's not going to talk like this the rest of the time. This isn't the last you heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. Oh, thank God. I know, yeah. I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Okay, whatever floats your boat. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Display piece? Come on. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? There she goes again. Queen Savage. Got toast in your ears or something, Queen? I told you, it's a display piece. Sprinkles says, Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. God, I wish this was an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I mean, can I go there? Asking. Sprinkles has an ellipses. He's mind blown. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted. But don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Wow, Sprinkles is just disqualifying everyone. Oh, Queen's a little nervous. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best. But this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. Sprinkles says, if this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? Yes, Sprinkles. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. Everyone? What about the people that were disqualified? Do they still pass? You pass! And you pass! And you get a pass! And you get a pass! Everyone gets a pass! Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive, high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. Sprinkles says, DJ Dog is in the house. Ow! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. Sprinkles is not amused. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster! He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking. And you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? Is it Colonel Sanders? It's Pop! He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Oh, be the dance king or something? Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown? You know what Queen is thinking as she's saying a crown? It's like, that's for me, not for you. That's my thing. Sprinkles apparently knows what's going on. Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma. So we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Pop is the dean's son? I did not see that one coming. Oh, now I get it. God. And And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the Chancellor of such and such. Hey, he's the son of the Chancellor. Wow, okay. Pop. Son of the Chancellor, such and such. The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. Oh, it's gotta be Clank. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Oh, maybe like how you started talking all of a sudden? Is that your truth? Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? Wait, what? Oh, I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Of course you did, Miriam, of course. I mean, Miriam is on the same wavelength as Clank. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? Miriam! You gonna go to another planet? I feel like she's already on another planet, but I mean, like, really? I don't know what to say! Say no! Besides, no, obviously! I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. Yeah. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. Yes, Clank, we are. A portal opens up, and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. There's his cherry blossom petals. Howdy, classmates. Looking good, Colonel. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. Where's my full meal? I kind of want one too. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Okay, so this food is looking good. But I do notice that it's got biscuits and coleslaw, which are both Queen's things. The end? Is this the end, you guys? No, it's not the end! As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Queen, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, Colonel. Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Ooh, he's sweating! Woo! That make you sweat, Colonel? Well, off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Hopefully it's mine too, Colonel. Woohoo! Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, The future stretches out and this is glorious right now. It is. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you. Okay, that seems like a long time, but okay. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Uh-oh. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. Wait, what? But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best forward? Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love? The life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school? Oh, my dear queen, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end! Wait, this is the end? Wait, does this... Oh, you can't see that. Oh. Just trust me. It says it's the end! It says it's the end. I like that ending. It really is the end! Okay. I think. To discuss. Okay, we need to discuss this. We really do. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm upset. Is anybody else upset? So, he'll spend time with us in, like, years? I ain't waiting around for you, Colonel. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at all. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna wait around for anybody. If you don't think that I'm that special, and you don't love me that much, nope. You gotta take your chances. I'm not gonna be there. Let you know. I am a little disappointed, though. The real queen would have had him. Hook, line, and sinker. Well, probably not. Probably not. I'm a little rusty, you guys. But anyways, I hope you enjoy this playthrough. I've never done like a recording for my YouTube channel like this, so if this is something that you want to see more of, let me know down in the comments. Because if you guys don't tell me, I have no idea what you want to see. So let me know if you like this, if you want to see maybe another dating sim, like a non-nudity dating sim, because we know there's a lot of them out there. So let me know if that's what you want to see. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Watch the other videos and see how this one compares to those. Let me know. I'm open to suggestions, okay? So, you guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I will see you guys around Mixer. I'll see you on TikTok and Instagram. Bye, you guys!